Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of ONIT Interviews. Today, we're talking with Cory Hollingsworth, who is the product developer for Gravity. With the release inching closer, we figured it would be a good time to check in with him and ask him about what makes Gravity so special, what can folks expect in this new release for ONIT, and what are some of the big cards that we are going to be looking for when Gravity releases. Let's dive right on in and hear what Cory has to say about the upcoming product. Hey everyone, and welcome in. We've got another interview here with us today. Today we're talking to Cory, one of the masterminds behind Gravity. Cory, appreciate you taking your time to talk with us.
Thanks so much. I'll let you know when the other masterminds show up because I don't think I should be the one saying that.
Well, we've talked to Skylar, we're talking to you. Clearly here with Gravity, focus on intergalactic, the space design. What kind of inspired you guys to make this? Was it the designer's choice? Was it your choice? Was it a group effort? How did it come together to do this as on its first hobby release?
I'd say it was a group effort. I mean, I think that the name Gravity really leapt off the page when we kind of started talking about it. And there were already some concepts that were in motion, just this kind of spacey, galactic looking design that didn't really fit with our, team set dynamic. And we really wanted to do something that would be hobby focused and, something that would be a little bit more of a traditional trading card brand. And Gravity kind of came up and we started to see, okay, how can we build off of that? Is there something else that we can really kind of make a brand out of? And it kind of snowballed. Obviously, our design team really knocked it out of the park and had some killer concepts, and kind of just went from there and snowballed and created this brand we're really excited about now.
And it's a fantastic looking brand. When people get to see it in person for the first time, I know folks have seen mock-ups and some previews, but once they actually get their hands on it, it's going to be so fun. And one of the things that's unique about this is it comes in multiple different variations, which is one of the first times that we've done this for an ONIT release. So you have hobby, breaker, and blaster variations of Gravity. So what is the differentiator for folks that maybe don't know yet between these different Gravity options they can pick from?
Yeah, so we really wanted to make sure that there were different offerings for people, and even down to a blaster that's a traditional blaster size, right? So when you wherever you're able to collect on it, whether that's from the comfort of your own home or at your local card shop, or even on our TikTok and whatnot channels, we wanted to provide value at different price points and different ways to kind of interact with Gravity. And so the difference is you'll find different content. The base set is going to be shared. Certain inserts are going to be shared between the SKUs. But for example, the blaster is the only place where you're going to find the pink or purple parallels of the Galaxy insert. And those are numbered to 99 or less. If you are opening the breaker, which is a more of a premium SKU, premium box build, it's just a very simple build where it's one base card, 3 autographs, a parallel, and an insert. And in that one, that's the only place where you can find the purple parallels out of 25 for the base set as well as the autographs. So there's a lot of really, really premium stuff in that. But then all of a sudden you go back to the hobby, and the hobby is more for a traditional, hobbyist, right? So it's a 10-pack box. You've got autographs, you've got parallels, you've got inserts, and you get a little bit more there. And you can pull different ones in each of those. So like the hobby is the only place where you can find the Sunray parallel from the base set. And so, you'll also interact, or you'll find the ones that are numbered out of 9 or the ones that are numbered out of 5. There's a lot of really, really great parallels in that hobby box as well.
Yeah, we're going to talk all about those parallels here in a couple of seconds, but I can already hear some of the people asking, maybe people who have followed ONIT for a long time, they go, well, 1 autograph per box sounds a lot like a platinum box, and 3 autographs per box sound a lot like a prime box. So what is the differentiator here with Gravity compared to ONIT's regular team sets that we release?
Yeah. So Gravity actually has a smaller base set than our team set. So every team has about 60 cards in their base set, as opposed to the team set where you've got, up to 100, maybe even more. It's really pared down. It's taking in kind of a little bit of data of the first few games of the season and building out that team a little bit differently. And then you get more in each of those boxes. So you mentioned it, comparing it to a platinum box. Well, this is a different kind of a build where every pack you're going to be getting something that's either an insert or a parallel, and those are numbered more regularly than in the team set. And all these autographs too. Every autograph in Gravity, if I remember right, is numbered to 99 or less. And so you're going to see some really, really great high value autographs in there. And there are some players who, maybe signed in the team set, but aren't available in Gravity. So it is a pared down version of that base set. And so there's some really exciting chase cards in there too. And, obviously when it comes to our team sets, we've got a lot of things that people, want to go after. They want to go after our blackouts. They want to go after city limits. Well, in Gravity too, you've also now got Seven Wonders and Stardust, these really vivid, really, really incredible looking inserts that I think are going to be just phenomenal hits when they get pulled.
Yeah, let's talk about those inserts. So you mentioned a couple of them. We got Seven Wonders, we got Hyperdrive, we have Stardust. These are all brand new inserts into this SKU for ONIT with the Gravity. So what is it about them that is going to make them so hard to find? How rare are some of these going to be?
Yeah, I mean, some of them are, they're actual one-of-ones. The Stardust and Hyperdrive each have an ultimate version that basically is an inverse version of it. So you'll see the Stardust base version is a silver kind of a look and feel, and then the 101 is a flooded black parallel. So it looks completely different, and that's a 101. Then with Hyperdrive, it's almost the other way around. The base Hyperdrive is blue and black, and it's got a really, really cool look. And then all of a sudden, the 101 is this total inverse of that, and it looks phenomenal. And then, like on the Seven Wonders cards, the Seven Wonders are roughly one per case. It's they're depending on the team, there may be a little bit more, a little bit less, but each of those are numbered to 7. And there are no parallels. There are no other versions of that. That is just straight 7 cards, number to 7. So you'll find, for example, in Ohio State, you'll find Jeremiah Smith. He's got one of the 7 wonders for each one. And so that ends up being 49 total cards, right? But we took, really star players in that. And I think those cards are just going to be absolute monsters.
Yeah, that's an awesome way to go about it. And it drives, parallel collectability for people who really love those scarce cards and finding low numbered cards. But one of the big things about ONIT has always been the autographs. We're one of the first to get autographs for some of these biggest college names. Gravity is no exception here. And all of them are on card, as per usual. No stickers here, which I know everybody loves. So talk to me through the process of going out and collecting all these autographs for Gravity to get some of the biggest names in college football.
Yeah, that's one of the things that is really the most important for us when it comes to how we really want to build out any one of our ONIT releases, is making sure these are on card. These are cards that that a player sat down with and signed, and we know that they actually did. I myself went to West Virginia and signed with everybody there. So we've had ONIT representatives flying across the country to make sure that these cards are all signed. And we made sure that we have a very good offering. So like you mentioned, ONIT is the first to sign with a lot of different players. We've got players who are only signing in ONIT. They're not signing with other companies. They're not signing with other products, and that's really exciting because a lot of times we'll meet somebody and we'll chat with them, and they're like, no, I haven't gotten an offer from anybody else. So we're really excited to sign, and it's obviously everything that we do is officially licensed, so it really helps to benefit the student athletes and to really build up the brand and represent them as a member of their school and their college. And it's really exciting to see them take a look back and take a look at their card and be like, man, look at that. You know what I mean? It's really exciting to see. So to see them pick up that pen and sign it with us, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And one of the things that I always talk about in the videos, and ONIT stands for NIL for all. So talking about getting these players the opportunity to sign their first or maybe their only ever trading card. A lot of players don't go pro in the NFL. It's the reality of playing college sports. So for some of these guys, it's the only time that they're ever going to be on a trading card, and having the opportunity for them to get a piece of the NIL portion while having a card is fantastic. And then when it comes to fans and team set collectors and serious collectors out there, where do you find the balance in terms of NIL for all, for making Gravity appealing for serious collectors, but also able to touch, new ONIT fans or just team set collectors as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question. So, obviously our team set has a special, I would say it's hit a certain market. It's a lot of people who are just enthusiasts of each school, Nebraska fans, Missouri fans, Ohio State fans, Michigan fans, Kansas fans, everybody. They see on it, they know what they're getting, and it's fantastic. But for a lot of people who come from the hobby, like myself and others, maybe on it wasn't as well known. So it's kind of bridging that gap a little bit where it's saying, hey, this is something that we think is really, makes a lot of sense for hobby enthusiasts and trading card enthusiasts who also are going to be buying other products that are looking for Jeremiah Smith. They're looking for Bryce Underwood. They're looking for Sam Leavitt. They're looking for Ahmad Hardy. We've got all these players that are highly sought after, and all of a sudden, guess what? You can find them on it and officially licensed trading cards, with on-card autographs. And for me, coming from many, many years in the hobby, I wanted to make sure that, what we're doing next, and as we kind of, build upon the foundation that we have for our team set, is to say, okay, how can we also introduce on it to people who are more, accustomed to traditional trading card hobby product? And I think that's kind of where Gravity is a step in that direction, is exploring a new frontier for us, where we get to just try something new with the great partners that we've got, and the great teams and players that we get to work with.
We're looking forward to seeing it. Of course, it hasn't just yet come out. We're so close. We're anticipating the release. And when it comes to that, I know it's very early days being pre-released, but how do you see Gravity fitting into the bigger picture of, the ONIT release calendar? We've got winter sports, we have spring sports. We do cover a lot of different sports and teams. How can Gravity, although this may be a football release for now, how do you see this stacking up as being maybe a perennial release in every sport calendar?
I mean, hey, I would love to see that. I'm really excited about the brand. So hopefully, it works out great and we could see it in future sports. Maybe it's something we see in baseball. Maybe it's something we see in softball, or any one of our other upcoming sports. We think that it is something that's not, it's not solely tied to football. It's not something, we didn't name it gridiron or, shoulder pads or anything. So we've got a good opportunity to make it malleable and flexible for other sports. But I think ultimately, you're going to see from on it, we're going to be exploring other brands, and we're going to be exploring other ways to, really amplify the student athletes that we work with and the schools that we get to work with. And I think that Gravity is a step in that direction where, as we grow and as we continue to, help to promote the ONIT brand throughout the hobby, maybe we're like, hey, guess what? We've got a great opportunity to create other brands that can, hit different price points or different collecting groups. And, ultimately we know that there's more than just football. We talk with every school that we work with, and, they're really excited about the support that we're able to give to softball, to women's volleyball, to baseball, to wrestling, and other sports. And so as we continue to grow the Gravity brand, I think there's going to be opportunities to at least maybe have elements of Gravity in, present in the other sports. Will it be the full scale of football? Well, that remains to be seen, but we hope so. We're, like I said, we're really excited about this. And I think that there's a lot of great things that we've done with Gravity that will hopefully translate to the rest of our repertoire as well.
We're so close to seeing it come out. Can't wait for it. So I'll leave you with one last question. Obviously, the most important thing about any trading card set is the actual cards inside of the set. So, Cory, what's the card that you are hunting? What's the one card that you most want to pull out of one of your boxes that you're going to be getting?
Oh, I mean, every single time when I was going through QC and looking through this stuff, every single time a Seven Wonders card came out, it just blows your mind. All of a sudden you're just, you're opening up your cards, you're opening up your pack, and then you just see, the Aurora Borealis, or you see Mount Everest, or you just see all kinds of crazy stuff on these beautiful cards. There's just a lot of vivid imagery and a lot of really, really great artwork, and our design team just absolutely killed it. But those Seven Wonders cards are just going to make people stop, I think, and they're true showstoppers. They're really I'm excited to see those get into collectors' hands because they're phenomenal cards. So I mean, I would be chasing those. And then obviously, like, I love the hyperdrive cards too. There's something really, really cool about those. And you'll see, I didn't really talk about this too much, but there's a special treatment that we gave these cards too, that there's a special finish, like a UV treatment, and you'll see it when you have the cards in your hand. And like those hyperdrive cards, for example, have a special finish to them, and you look at it and you see it in different light. It's really, really exciting. But yeah, those Seven Wonders cards, those short print inserts, I'd be chasing those all day.
The hyperdrives really remind me of like being in the Millennium Falcon cockpit and hitting the warp speed.
Hitting warp speed, exactly.
So
Yeah.
I appreciate your time. Cards look great. Can't wait to get them in my hand. Should be out this coming Friday. Can't wait to have them. Thank you so much, Cory, for taking your time out of your day to share this with us. And we're hoping that everybody enjoys Gravity as much as we do.
Thanks so much. Really appreciate it.
Once again, a big thank you to Cory for coming on and spending some of his time with us as we get ready for the Gravity release Friday, November 28th. Make sure to check your local card shops, your favorite online breakers, or stop into ONIT's official Whatnot and TikTok streams if you want to get your hands on some ONIT Gravity. If you like the video, please do subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up, as it really does help us out, and then you won't miss any of our upcoming content around Gravity and the rest of the college football season. That's all the time we have for now, but make sure to submit your clips down below. If you pull some bangers out of Gravity, we'd love to share them with the community. You can go to the link in the description and share your Gravity pulls with us, and in turn, we will share them with the community and talk about your biggest hits. We will see you in an upcoming episode. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and hope you have a great rest of your day.